Good evening. Welcome to Yemen Today TV. I'm Abir Ali and you're watching the English news. The President of the United Arab Emirates, Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed, received in Dubai the Prime Minister Ma'in Abdul Malik. They discussed bilateral relationships between the two countries and the developments in the national arena. The two sides exchanged views on joint coordination with the coalition to deal with the current developments. The meeting comes amid efforts to revive peace negotiations in Yemen.
The international community is intensifying its efforts to extend the truce sponsored by the United Nations, which entered into force last April and ended in October without being renewed due to the intransigence of the Houthi group. Earlier this week, the United Nations envoy to Yemen, Hans Grunberg, resumed a tour to the region, and the U.S. envoy Lander King joined him to push the Yemeni parties towards extending the truce and expanding its terms. International efforts have not yet reached a final version of an agreement to extend the truce, but Yemeni media outlets have reported on a draft agreement that was formulated by regional parties that meets many of the conditions of the Houthi group. The conditions that other Yemeni parties consider impossible and unrealistic include the Houthis' requirement that the government pay the salaries of their militia and handing over 80% of the country's revenues in exchange for stopping the war and killing people. This necessarily means handing over the country and its people to the Houthi militia, and thus to Iran. For its part, the Yemeni Commission for Reconciliation, which is mandated by the Presidential Leadership Council, warned against dragging the country into an incomplete settlement and demanded that any negotiations be limited to the parties of the conflict, namely the internationally recognized government and the Houthis. The Commission said in a statement that any endeavors take place outside this context and without consulting with the Presidential Council will be just futile attempts